Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Future's Edge. In today's episode, I want to do a little bit of continuation with blood magic, enough that we can get clay reliably, and I would also like to expand on our factory a bit once we have the ability to get lots of clay. So, that is basically the plan. Now, the first thing that I'm going to need is I need the alchemy table, and I believe every time you got to do it here. Alchemy table. There we go. So we're going to need one of these guys. And I think I should have everything. Yep. Good. Okay. So this thing will allow us to make clay, or at least it should. And it also actually completes a quest for us right here. Let's grab... I don't really care about potions. Let's just grab the gas tier, I guess. Why not? What? Did that complete again? No. Okay, that was weird. Anyway. And then let's grab some buckets for water. And let's grab some hardened clay. And let's try this thing out. So... I also don't know if we can pipe stuff in and out of this. If we can, we may be able to automate this at least to a point. Now, if we look at clay in JEI, and we look at the alchemy table, it says 5 hardened clay and a water bucket will make clay. And we may need 1 more hardened clay to do it. So let's grab a little bit of water. We'll go 1, 2, 3. There we go. And... rather than running all the way over to our other thing, let's just try it right here. And let's just see if I put that in there, and then we put this guy in here along with that. That's not doing anything. It is going to need blood essence, though. Let's just... right-click, that'll actually store a little bit of our... that'll basically put stuff directly in there. So if I put this here... Yeah, it's working. It's doing a thing. Okay, now, storing the blood essence is going to be kind of a pain. And that... and an entire health bar was not enough. But it says it uses 200 LP... every time you do that recipe. Now, with that said, concrete-wise, looking at our concrete recipes, I don't need... yeah, 1 concrete block will give me enough to make 24, or 1 clay block will give me enough clay to make 24 concrete if I'm using the slag. So, that might be... that might work. Let's just see here. If I come up here, let's just put our alchemy table down, like, right here. Like, right, just like that. And we can use our divination. We have 7,000 LP in here. So if I put this guy on there, the LP, the life points that are in the blood magic altar are going to start draining into here, right? Yeah, you can see it's slowly draining into my weak blood orb. Now, how much LP can this thing hold? It doesn't actually say in the thing. I'm going to assume it will stop draining. We can also look in here, actually. Maybe it'll tell us. If we go back. Blood orb, here we go. I don't know. It has a maximum capacity that can only be extended by advanced rubes on the altar. 5,000 LP for the weak blood orb. Okay, gotcha. So it does store a fair amount of LP. But if we take this guy now, we can throw it in here, and we can do that. And that should be enough. We just put like 2000 LP in here or something like that. I wasn't looking at the exact numbers, but either way, that should work. Now, the other question is, does it have to be a water bucket? That seems to work. And the question is, can I automate this? Do we have the sink? Yeah, we've got the sink from cooking for blockheads, which is essentially an infinite water source. So, let's look. I don't know if this will work or not, but let's take a peek and just see. Because if it does work, we might be able to kind of do some things. Do I have any fluid conduits? I have a couple right here. Okay. Let's see if this works. Also, do we have... Is there any sort of like a mechanical user or... I don't know if there is. Because if it does have to be water buckets, that could be a little tricky. But if it'll work using just water, that would be great. Then again, I also don't know if this thing can even like... that doesn't connect. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Okay, so looks like we can't do it that way. So we may have to do it manually, which is unfortunate. Then again, it's still probably easier than going out and gathering clay the hard way. If I just need enough to do like some building and stuff, because these will... I can't convert them directly. I'll have to break them. But either way, it should work. It should be fine. Okay, so we've got that going. So now what we can look at maybe doing is expanding on our factory a little bit, now that we have a decent way to get all the different things that go into making concrete, because concrete is kind of the main building block for the factory. So let's toss... Oh, come back, you. Let's toss most of this stuff in here. I don't need it right now. We'll just toss all of it in there. Why not? There we go. Let's turn our magnet back on and put it in here. And let's grab a decent amount of concrete over here. And then let's also grab our building wand. There we go. And let's see about expanding our factory. Now, we've got a few different things kind of going on here. We have our main power room down there. This is the majority of our power generation. This is generating just over 1,000 RF per tick. We've got a couple various machines and things like that. We've got our coke, our coal coke furnaces, our coke ovens, which will make coal coke for us. And we've got a couple of the little like our metal press and our assembler over here, which is what actually makes concrete for us. But what we really need is we need a place to store power. I'm tempted to make a bunch of capacitor banks. What would go into that if we were to make capacitor banks? And also, come to think of it, is there a quest line for capacitor banks? There doesn't appear to be. Oh, no, here we go. So capacitor's there. And then up here, vibrant capacitor bank. That's 25 million RF that would store if we can make one of those. So let's see. The default one is there. That's the basic. Then there's the regular capacitor bank. And then there's the vibrant capacitor bank. That could take a little bit of doing, unless we have a bunch of vibrant alloy lying around, and I have a feeling that we don't. However, we do have an Enderman farm and all that kind of stuff, so if I think I'll be able to do this. Let's clear that out of there. Do we have vibrant alloy? Not really. Okay. So, do we have energetic alloy? Not really. We've got 2. That's not going to be enough. Okay, so let's grab some gold, some redstone, and some glowstone, and let's make this into energetic alloy. We'll throw this into our alloy smelter and get that cooking up while we work on the other stuff that we'll need. So, you, and you, and then I'll toss these in here. Are you set to pull from here? Yes, good. Okay. So those will cook up and turn into vibrant alloy, and then I'll have to add ender pearls to them to turn them into energetic alloy, but that's okay. So let's see, quest-wise, we've made a basic capacitor bank. What we need to work on is a regular capacitor bank, and I don't think I have one. Well, I do, right here. I do have one. But I need to make a second one, because for whatever reason, the quest didn't complete. I don't think I'd completed the basic quest yet at the time, because it's a crafting task. It's not just a have it in your inventory quest. So I'm going to have to make another one of these guys. So let's go here. And if I make another capacitor bank, that'd be 4 double layer capacitors. Yeah, we're going to need that energetic alloy. We're also going to need a bunch of these guys. So let's go. How many of these do I actually need? Let's see. So if I make a regular capacitor bank, I'm going to need 4 of these, and each of those is going to take 4 of these. So if we can do 8 of these guys, and that will be enough to make our regular capacitor bank once we have the energetic alloy. I think. I'm pretty sure. Let's go right here. Hopefully this will be enough. Well, let's see. Let's see. So each of these is going to require 6, and I need 4 of those. So that means I need 24 energetic alloy. Wow. That's going to take me a little longer than I thought. Let me get everything ready for this, and actually let me get everything ready for the vibrant capacitor bank as well, and then I'll come back to you. All right, guys, I am back. So I think we're ready to go ahead and make 4 double layer capacitors, which then should allow us to make the regular capacitor bank. There we go. Quest complete? Please? No? Why do you hate me, game? I just crafted it. I did the thing. Why? No? Is that not gonna... Grr. Okay. Well. We definitely just crafted it. You guys saw me craft it. Maybe it counts as... Maybe it doesn't count as crafting because I did it from in here? That would be super dumb and annoying. Here's what we can do. So if you are in the better questing mod, and you run into an issue where something happens and it should have completed but it doesn't, what you could do is find the number of the quest. So in this case, if you hold shift over your mouse, it'll say this is quest number 98, and you can go BQ_admin complete and then the quest number. And then you can see that has now been completed, just like so, which is awesome. And I'm going to take the 4 double layer capacitors, because that will probably be the most useful for me. So then, if we look here, with a little bit of energetic alloy, the 2 capacitor banks that I already have, and some vibrant alloy, I think I will have everything I need to make the next quest. So let's do this. Do I have ender pearls? Not many, but I've got a decent amount of them in here. Let's go and just grab a few stacks of those. You go back in there as well. And let's start turning some of that energetic alloy that I've been making into vibrant alloy. So we can take all of this. We'll take all of this stuff out. That should be good. And then let's see. How much of this do I actually need? So for each of these, I'm going to need 6. So that's 12. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's basically 16. I'll need 16 vibrant alloy. Okay, that's doable. So we'll toss you. We'll toss you in there and you in there. And that should make me all the vibrant alloy that I will need to make a vibrant capacitor bank, which is going to store 25 million RF. So that'll be good. Let's let this cook up, and then I'll come back to you. All right, guys, I am back, and I think I have everything I need to make this guy. So we're going to need 2 of those, except actually I need to turn the glowstone dust into actual glowstone. What? Oh, here we go. There we go. I was going to say, what happened? But it's going to my hotbar right here. All right. So, 2 of those. That should be good. And then I need these 4. And 1 of those. And I think that's everything, right? Yes, should be. Okay. Now, I'm going to do this in a regular crafting table, just in case. We'll see if that makes a difference as far as completing the quest goes. But let's do that. I crafted it. Yep, and then it worked just fine. So the previous quest must not have completed because I did the crafting here rather than crafting it myself in a crafting table. I guess that's something to bear in mind when it comes to completing crafting quests. Let's see. So I can get 4 more octadic capacitors, or 3 vibrant alloy blocks, or 16 energy and 16 ender energy conduits. Let's see. If I look at the energy conduits, these require 3 per, and they give you 2. Vibrant alloy block. The vibrant alloy block, this would be 27. Divide that by 3 would be 9. So this would actually give me 18. So let's do the vibrant alloy block. There we go. And for now, we're just going to toss that in here because I don't really need it right this second. Now, let's go and I think for the time being, we're just going to replace this guy. We'll put our vibrant capacitor right here. We'll have a regular capacitor that we can just kind of carry around with us to recharge our stuff if needed. This thing will store 25 million RF, and it has a max input and output of 25,000 RF. So this will be a significant upgrade. Power-wise, it is going to take a pretty long time to fill up all the way, but that's okay. I do, however... There we go. We need this here. And we need to connect that to that. There we go. And that way, it can send out power as needed. So, that's great. Now, what would also be amazingly useful as far as the factory goes would be if we could make ourselves a couple of dimensional transceivers. These would be really, really, really useful. These would be so useful. They need an Enderman soul vial each and a vibrant crystal. But if I could get just a couple of these, that would be fantastic. So, let's see. Do I have any octadic capacitors? I have 1. Can I make another? No, I don't have the double layer capacitors. Do I have the energetic alloy to make? Yes, I do. Good. So, we go here and here. Let's make as many of these as we can. We can make 4. Okay, cool. So now, let's make... Oh, I need glowstone again. Let's just do this. Let's just go... Bam. Toss that in. How many of these can I make? 2. Okay, so we now have a total of 3 octadic capacitors. And those, that will allow us to make 3-dimensional transceivers if I have... What am I missing? I'm missing ender crystals and then the ender resonator. So let's take a look at the ender resonator. Ender Resonator. That's this guy. So it looks like it needs silicon, vibrant alloy, solarium, and an Enderman head, and that's all in a slice and splice. Do I have a slice and splice in here? I think I've got one over at the factory. Let's go vibrant alloy. I don't have any solarium. I do need the soul binder as well, and an Enderman, and we need to fill these up. Let's grab gold. Okay. And what was the last thing I needed? Silicon, I believe? Yeah, silicon. Okay. So, and that should be everything. Oh, and Enderman heads. Enderman heads. Beautiful. Okay. Is it night out? It is night out. Let's sleep real quick. And then I'm also going to need to make 3 of those crystals. So let's go vibrant. I've got 1 there. Emeralds, we can go here, and let's go like so. Put those in there. Okay, that's all good. And then we need a few more Enderman souls as well. But we have an Enderman farm right over here. Well, it's not really an Enderman farm, it's an Enderman spawner. But if I chill here for just a minute, if I chill here for just a minute, there we go. We can get Enderman soul vials pretty easily. Oh, hi, zombie. Go away. 1 more. Come on, baby. I need your Enderman. This is like the world's slowest spawner. 1 more, pretty please. Really? Come on now. Do the thing. Why you no do the thing, spawner? Oh, there we go. Alright, so we've got 3 Enderman souls, or Enderman soul vials, or whatever you want to call them. Let me run up to the factory and get some things crafting up there, and then I'll be back with you. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we need to make ourselves some Ender Resonators. But I need solarium for that, so we're going to toss, say... Oh, hey, lag spike. Stop. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's get this going. That's going to make us 16 solarium, and for each one of these I'm going to need 2. So we should be good. Yep, there we go. All right, so we'll toss those in here, and that'll start turning into Ender Resonators. Now, by the time this is done, you can see I've already got the other solarium that I need over here. So this will work out. I want to make 3 of these dimensional transceivers. And I think we have the ability to do that. 1 more after this guy, and then we should be good. Okay, so the other thing that I need to do is I need to make these guys, the Ender Crystals, and that requires the Soul Binder. It's also going to need a few levels. It'll need 30, I'm going to need 4 levels for each time I do it. I'm at 40 levels right now, which is quite a few. So I think what I'm going to do, in the interest of saving some experience for later, let's go to here, and then we'll take out 12. Because obviously, each experience level requires a lot more XP the higher up you get. So 4 levels when I'm at, 4 levels of experience when I'm at level 40, that's going to be a lot more than if I'm at, say, level 12. Okay? Now, we need our Soul Binder to go here. We'll put our capacitor on like that. High voltage wire, high voltage wire. This thing should start filling up with power. Good. Now, we'll toss that in along with this, give it the 4 levels it needs, and it will start doing the thing. And it's pretty cool, actually. Like, there's a little rotating animation that's pretty cool to look at, I must say. So that's good. That's good. But I need to make 3 of these. So let me get that done, and then I'll meet you over at the house. All right, guys, I am back. I think we're good. So let's put all of this stuff into our storage system and see if we can now make... There we go. Look at that. We got 3-dimensional transceivers. That is amazing. That's going to make my life so much easier. So, if you don't know what dimensional transceivers do, they are essentially like tesseracts from 1.7.10. They will wirelessly transfer power, items, and fluids, and not only that, they'll actually do it through dimensions, even. So if I put this guy here, right, and we say, hey, I want you to output to... I want you to output to this tesseract, or this dimensional transceiver, right? We can create a new network. We'll call it power. We'll create it, and we'll say, hey, send power on this network. Okay. And then, just to show an example, I don't really have anything that requires power on me at the moment. Let's say... I gotta have some sort of a machine in here somewhere. Something that requires power. This'll work. Here we go. What we'll do, we'll hook up this capacitor bank. I'll toss this in here. We'll toss our stuff in. We'll let this all kind of drain some of this charge, right? Just so you guys can see. So this is currently, until all of this stuff is all charged up, which now it is, but you can see that this capacitor, obviously it's not getting power from anywhere. It's not plugged into anything, and it's at less than max capacity. I could put this thing anywhere. I could put this thing in the nether. And if I put a dimensional transceiver to it and say, hey, receive power on my power network, this thing should start, and send power and receive power. And then we say input from here. You can see this thing is now charging up at 5,000 RF per tick. So this is an extremely valuable item. This is like an incredibly important item because this basically means that I can wirelessly transfer power, fluids, and items. And the most important there are probably power and items, because if I set up a quarry somewhere, say I'm looking at my map and I'm like, you know what? I want to set up a quarry so that I can get all the blocks. Let's set it up over here, just as an example, right? I can wirelessly transfer that thing power, and I can wirelessly transfer the items back and pipe them directly into my storage system. And that basically means that I don't need to build all of this infrastructure wherever my quarry is going to be set up. And I'm really not a big fan of setting up quarries right next to where you're going to be living, because they kind of wreck the world for the most part. Unless, of course, it's like a void ore miner or a quantum quarry from Extra Utilities or something. But we don't have those in this pack. We have the Builder from RF Tools, which is a quarry that will actually mine out the world. Like, it will rip out the world and give you the blocks. So it's very important that I be able to do that somewhere far away from my base, just so I don't ruin the aesthetic of my base. Unfortunately, though, guys, I am out of time for this episode. We did get quite a bit done today. We got our dimensional transceivers going, we upgraded our power storage, and we found a reliable way to get clay. So I'm pretty happy with the progress that we did today. My friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.